Guys, in this question, two sorted list is given. Merge these two sorted list and return it in sorted order. Consider one example. 1, 2, 4 null is list 1 and another list 1, 3, 4 null. This is list 2. We are taking two pointer. One pointer is result head node. Considering this is head node for the merged sorted list. Another pointer I am taking temp. Initially this node will be initialized to result head node. This pointer I am taking basically for traversing the node from list 1 and traversing the node from list 2 and to connect the node to the result head node. So the logic is I will check list 1 node value and list 2 node value. So if list 2 node value is not smaller than list 1 node value, then I will assign result head node is list 1 node. Means my result head node now pointing to list 1. That means it's pointing to node 1. And my temp also will be initialized to result head node. That means temp also will be 1. Next I will increase list 1 to list 1 dot next node. That means my list 1 node will be now 2. I will take one while loop. In while loop I will check if list 1 is not null and if list 2 is not run, then my next condition will run. So next condition is I will check list 1 node value is greater than list 2 node value or not. Yes, list 1 node value is greater than list 2 node value. So what I will do, I will connect my temp to list 2 node. That means temp will point to list 2 node, mean it will point to node 1. Next I will move my list 2 to next node. That means my list 2 now will be node 3. At the end I will move my temp node to temp next node. That means temp node will be now next one node. Now again list 1 node value and list 2 node is not null. Then we will check list 1 node value is greater than list 2 node value or not. So here list 1 node value is not greater than list 2 node value. So my temp will point to list 1 and list 1 node will point to next node. That means my list 1 node is node 4. And at the end we will move temp to temp next. That means my temp is now node 2. Now again it will check list 1 is not null and list 2 is not null. So it will check list 1 node value and list 2 node value. List 1 node value is greater than list 2 node value or not. Yes, it is. List 1 node value is greater than list 2 node value. So my temp will point to list 2 node value. That means my temp will point to node 3 and list 2 node will point to next node. That means list 2 will point to node 4. At the end temp will move to next node. That means temp will be now node 3. Again it will check list 1 is null, not null. List 2 is null, it is not null. So again it will check list 1 node value is greater than list 2 node value. No, it is not. So my temp will point to list 1 node. That means my temp will point to node 4 and list 1 node will move to next node. That means my list 1 will point to list 1 node will be null. At the end my temp will move to next node. That means Now temp will be node 4. So here list 1 is null. So if it is null, I will connect my temp next to list 2 node. Whatever the node value is there, I will connect to that list 2 node. So my temp next will be list 2. That means temp is pointing to next node 4. Now you can see my final result head node list is 1 1 2 3 4 4 and null. At the end we can return this result head node list. Question number is 21. Merge sorted list from LeetCode. So coming to this coding part. If list 1 is null, we will return list 2, and if another condition is if list 2 is null, we will return list 1. Next, now I am taking one pointer result head node. Initially I am pointing it to list 1 node. Now I will check list 1 value and list 2 value. If where the smaller value I got, there I will assign result head node, and I will move that node to next node. So if list 1 node value is greater, then I will assign result head node to list 2 node. Then I will move my list 2 to next node. List 2 equals to list 2 dot next. If else, if list 1 value is lesser than list 2 value or equal to list 2 value, then I can move list 1 to next node. Now my result head node initialized to smaller value. Now I will take one more pointer current, and it will be initialized to result head node. Now I will check list 1 is not null and list 2 is not null. If it is not null, I will again check list 1 value and list 2 value. If list 1 value is greater, then current next will point to list 2 node, and list 2 will point to next node. Else, if list 1 value is smaller than list 2 value, then current next will point to list 1 node, and list 1 will move to next node. Now I'll move my current to current next node. At the end we will check if list 1 become null, then we will connect my current next to list 2 node. Else we will connect current to list 1 node, and at the end we will return result head node.